Hey guys, and what is up, and welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fight Teams. We are just winding down round one of our teams tournament by having another set of debuting teams play here today. It's going to be a really intense, fun matchup between the two, but I'm not here alone to commentate. I have a very special co-host in the chair today, and that is Sandy, the Sandman Robinson. How you doing, brother?
Hey, love, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me today. I'm looking forward to this match. I just played in a match that in Fandom Teams that dropped today, so it'll be exciting to see another couple teams go at it and see what they've got.
Absolutely. Our two teams playing today are indeed the Toon Squad of Harley Boric and Matt Beer, taking on the Arrowverse Champions of Eli, McCaig, and Zaddeus Smith. House Nightfury versus Harley, who has a distaste for House Nightfury. So this is going to be a fun rivalry in the making. So we'll see exactly what these lovely folks have to say right now in promos.
Here we are. I'm back in Fandom, going up against someone who, in my sought to get into the tournament, absolutely destroyed the competition. Eli, I have a lot of respect for you for that, but still, I want revenge. I'll get revenge. Zaddeus, I love you. You're awesome. You're Mr. Smiley. You're always in a great mood, so I can't say anything negative about you just because you're, like I said, you're awesome. Like, you're always fun to be on camera with. But it's me and Matt, Toon Squad. Do we have Michael Jordan with us, or do we have LeBron James with us? You'll find out. Matt, any words?
You know, all I'm going to say is this. This is going to be an easy destruction tonight. We are going to crush the competition. It's going to be over in round one. I guarantee it's never happened before and never will happen again unless it's us doing it to them. That's plain and simple. That's all I got to say. It's time to dominate these guys.
Oh, yeah. These guys, they're Team Arrowverse. They know the DC TV. And in all honesty, but this is movies, not TV. So bring it on.
Hello, everybody. It's me, the Showman Eli McCaig, back in Fandom with my partner, Z-Man Zaddeus Smith. Now, our opponents are the Toon Squad, and Harley mentioned it already. She already mentioned how I destroyed her to get into the tournament, and that's what I'm going to do again. Me and Z-Man will destroy our opponents. Matt B are talking about how he's going to beat us in round one. No, that's never happened, and that still won't happen because he doesn't know the type of competitor I am. And they mentioned DCTV. Yeah, we're good in that, but I'm good in the movies. I'm good at TV. I am someone that should be fighting Robert Parker in the championship match, but the fortunes weren't in my favor. But guess what? We're going to beat them so we can fight for the Fandom Team Championships. Z-Man, take it away.
Finally, the Z-Man and the Showman are back in the Fandom Fights arena. Yes, sir. Here we are. And you know what? While this is our first time together as teammates, we already know that we are the Arrowverse Champions. And what people seem to forget, they focus on the Arrowverse, but they forget the Champions part. And that is our destiny. So one way or another, no matter if we have to fight through the Toon Squad, Team 80s, we are destined for championships. I got respect for my boys over here. Nothing but respect. Harley's my girl. I've never played against Matt before, but I'm looking forward to it. But guys, y'all are the Toon Squad. It's time to snap back into reality, guys.
All right, so we heard in those promos just how dominant Arrowverse believes that they'll be, how they have their reputations ahead of them, while Toon Squad, Matt talking about a round one KO, which we've never seen. Will they do it? Who knows? They might. Anything is certainly possible. What do you think, Sandy?
I was particularly pleased with how Zaddeus was first to comment on Team 80s. So we'll see how you do in this match before you get a chance at us. But it's nice to see both teams with confidence. We'll see what the scores say at the end of the match.
Absolutely. And with that, we're going to get into our proper introductions. Introducing first, making their Fandom Fight Teams debut. They are the Cupid of Crime, Harley Boric, and Max Beer, the Toon Squad. And their opponents, representing House Nightfury, making their Fandom Fight team's debut, they are Eli, the Showman McCaig, and the Z-Man, Zaddeus Smith, the Arrowverse Champions. All right, folks, round one is going to work like this. You're going to get 10 questions from 10 different categories. In teams, you are representing your team with no conferring, so there will be a possibility of 2 points on every question for your team. It's going to be a fun one. Everyone's played really, except Matt. Anyone got any questions?
I'm good.
I'm good to go.
All right, cool. Dan, you want to give them their first question in round one?
You got it. Okay, guys, your very first question comes in the category of Pixar movies. Pixar. Who wrote The Incredibles?
Tested these out the other day. Stumped a pretty solid competitor with this one.
Nice.
They recovered pretty quickly, but it was interesting.
Yeah, this movie's awesome.
I love it. I love all the little twists, and the sequel was good too.
Haven't seen it yet, but looking forward to it.
I love it. It's real good. 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We'll start with Eli.
Brad Bird.
That is correct for a point. We'll go to Harley.
Oh, I have no idea who writes any of the Pixars, but I went with Brad Bird.
That is correct. We'll go over to Zaddeus.
Hey, Brad Bird.
That is correct. And Matt.
Brad Bird.
There we
That
go.
is a clean sweep here in round one for that first question. Your second question comes from the MCU. How old is Thor, as revealed in Avengers Infinity War? I know for a fact, Sandy, you've watched this movie several times recently.
Recently, yeah. I will be flat out honest. Had I not watched it many times recently, I probably would have gotten this question wrong. So,
I definitely I would agree with that. I've watched it a few times since I got it on my Blu-ray. Lucky for us that is now out officially for us all to watch.
that's all right.
Goodbye. That was shade thrown at the people who've been complaining about it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. This time we'll start with Matt.
So 4,000.
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Zaddeus.
Is it 1,500 years old?
That is correct. We'll go over to Harley.
I went with 1,500 as well.
That is correct. And Eli.
I said over 2,000.
That is incorrect.
Well, we're still tied, but got a little chink in a couple armors. Question number 3, guys, comes in the category of one of my favorite categories, Star Trek. Who directed Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home?
I know this is one of the evens, and people like the evens a lot. I don't love this one. I just don't.
It's not number 1 on my list. So, you know, I agree with you. I like it, but I don't even think it's in my top 3.
Yeah, you know, it's not in my top 5. I like a few odd ones more. Not the one that follows this one, but
No.
still not a top one for me. You know? 5, 4,
really?
3, 2, 1. The motion picture. All right, pens down. We'll start with Eli on this one.
Leonard Nimoy.
That is correct for a point. We'll go to Harley.
Probably I butchered his name. I'm sorry. Rest in peace. Leonard Nimoy fucked himself.
Yeah, we'll give that to you.
Yeah, sorry.
That's as far as spelling for a Star Trek question goes, that's better than somebody else. But
You're very
watch.
right. You're very right. We'll go to the Z-Man.
Yeah, I thought about the wrong guy. I put Will Shatner.
Ooh, that's the next one.
And we'll go to Matt.
I had no idea, so I put Scott Mans.
Oh, I would love to see a Scott Mans directed Star Trek movie just for the fun of it.
I would see that movie.
All right, gents and ladies, your next question is in Disney movies. Your question from Disney. What do Dumbo and Timothy see when they get tipsy in Dumbo? I went for one of the older ones because Jeremy says that I should ask some more of the older ones.
I was about to give you a round of applause when I saw the question. I was,
I grew up on Dumbo, and that probably explains a lot about who I am today. We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Matt on this one.
One Linus is.
I'm pretty sure it's wrong to donkeys.
That is incorrect. Z-Man.
Is it like a bunch of they're hallucinating pink elephants?
That is exactly correct. We were going to be a little lenient on the descriptions, but you just nailed that.
Should have went with that.
We'll go to Harley.
I went with purple elephants.
I don't know about that. I mean, the question, we just have elephants. Pink, purple, they're kind of... Yeah. I mean, pink is in parentheses, and the answer is being optional. So you had elephants. So
color depends, greatly on, like your television, right? If you have the contrast a little bit, it can be less pink and more purple. So I would be...
I'll give you that because the elephants is what we have here. Pink is in parentheses, so... Yeah.
And granted, I've only seen it on VHS, so...
That's fair. And Eli.
It's what horrified my sister as a child, and it's also the name of the song hearing that sing, Pink Elephants.
That is correct. Arrowverse getting it exactly on.
There you go, guys. Good job. All right, your next category is in the DC movies. Name all 3 DC films released in 2005.
Can I get a repeat on that? Like, you froze up on me there.
Okay. In the category of DC, so DC movies, name all 3 DC films released in 2005.
2005 was a solid year for blockbusters when you look at Revenge of the Sith coming out. So... all things considered, solid year. I definitely think Case and I are going to have discussions about whether or not Revenge of the Sith is in the top 5 Star Wars list or not. But
not on his, but definitely in mine. So
definitely on mine too. It's my number 4 favorite Star Wars movie of all time. I really like that one.
Same.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Eli on this one.
I know one for certain, but I'm a little hesitant about the next 2. I said Batman Begins, Road to Perdition, The History of Violence.
You were 2 for 3 right there. 2 for 3.
Man.
We'll go to Harley.
I went with Superman Returns, V for Vendetta, and Constantine.
You have 1 of the 3 correct.
Dang it.
We'll go to Zaddeus.
Sorry, couldn't pick it up for you, man. I put Batman Begins, Superman Returns, in red.
Nope. Only 1 of those are correct. And Matt.
I only put Jonah Hex. That's all I could think of.
Man, I know what the other one was now.
No perfect rounds this game.
Your answers were Constantine, Batman Begins, shame on all of you, and A History of Violence.
Yep. Damn it.
Hey, I got Batman Begins.
I know, Eli did.
And I got History of Violence.
Yeah, no, I was well.
Props on you, but Road to Perdition was the only one that was not right on that board. You were so
That came
close.
out in 2004.
Yeah, for me, it was either V for Vendetta or History of Violence. I would have written down.
Yeah, V for Vendetta, not 2005, despite what IMDb says. All right, folks, your next question comes from the world of Star Wars, a galaxy far, far away. Your question is, how many films have featured Darth Maul? Definitely one of the cooler characters. Nico would argue that he is very good in the Clone Wars.
Very good.
And
very good in Rebels. So
I see. I can't vouch for Rebels. I've only seen like 3 episodes, and one of them has Darth Maul in it. So.
Oh, Rebels is amazing.
Could watch Clone Wars, watch Rebels, watch the Droids TV show.
4,
Grew up on Rebels. I love it.
3, 2, and 1. All right, let's get some answers.
All right, let's start with Matt.
2.
That is correct. We'll go over to Zaddeus.
I put 2. 2.
That is correct. We'll go to Harley.
2.
That is correct. And Eli.
Dos.
That is correct.
Nice. Clean sweep, guys. Good job.
Good rebound.
All right. Your next question comes in the category of Marvel. Who plays Aunt May in the Amazing Spider-Man films?
Oh man, I almost put the wrong name.
See, I personally don't hate this this series of films. I think the second one's better than the first one, but still.
I love the cast.
I like the movies. We'll
I
go.
feel like if they had some better material, it'd be a lot better.
I think the story for the second one was good. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Eli.
Sally Field.
That is correct. We'll go to Harley.
Yeah. Screw Andrew Garfield. Too cool for school for Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man film sucked.
All right. We'll go to Zaddeus.
Sally Field.
5 points.
That is correct. And Matt.
Sally Field.
That is correct.
Matt.
Good job, guys.
All right, folks. Your 8th question here in round 2 comes from scores and soundtracks.
Oh god, not this one.
Who sang the Oscar-winning song "Writings on the Wall" for the film Spectre?
Yes.
I think this is a scores and soundtrack question that I think most of the people here at this match can get behind.
Song sucks. I hate this Bond song so much.
I like this. I like this song.
All right.
It's no Skyfall, but
Oh yeah.
Bond songs are awesome. This one sucks.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna start with Matt on this one.
Can pull it. I know his face can pull it.
Unfortunately, cannot accept. We'll go to Zaddeus.
It's Mr. Stan Smith.
That is correct. We'll go to Harley.
Yeah, actual singers, I'm not the best at it. I went with Sam Roberts.
Ah, I got the bucket.
Close. But we'll go to Eli.
For the writings on the wall for Stan Smith.
Minus 5 points for singing that song.
It's a great song, Riley.
That's a big 2-point swing right there. Wow.
Big 2 points.
Yeah, that was big. Congrats, you guys.
All right, you guys, here's something hopefully it'll get you guys back on the board again. It is in the category of Wizarding World, and it is your second to last question. Who directed Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
If you watch today's Nerdgasm, the Nerdgasm that dropped when we're recording this, it may or may not be someone's choice for best Harry Potter film.
They would be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to watch the Nerdgasm and see the argument.
I'd say this year's on second worst.
I like Goblet of Fire. It's just not my favorite, but
That's fair. My favorite is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by virtue of it's the only one I've seen.
We started 5.
So we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Eli on this one.
Sorry, Zaddeus, if this is wrong. I said David Yates.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
We'll go to Harley.
I think it was Christopher Columbus.
no.
That is also
No.
incorrect. We'll go to Zaddeus.
Is it Alfonso Cuarón?
No.
That is also incorrect. And we'll go to Matt.
I went with the least controversial director of all time, Ryan Johnson.
Wrong.
Even though I know that's wrong.
Zaddeus, you had Prisoner of Azkaban. Harley, you had the first 2.
Yeah, I know.
The actor that we're, or the director we're looking for is Mike Newell.
Yeah.
Who?
Of course I don't know who he is.
No, It just like because Christopher Columbus and David Yates did most of them, and then
Yeah, I mean,
They're not bad guesses. Not bad
Christopher-
guesses by any stretch.
Christopher Azkaban is my favorite, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We'll go to the final question here in round number 1 comes from the worlds of DC, formerly known as the DCEU. Adewale Akinoye Agbaji has played a character in the DCEU and the MCU. What was his DCEU character?
Nice.
I hope I didn't butcher that pronunciation.
You did it pretty good, man. Pretty good. That's why I was giving you the smile and the head nod because I'm like, nice. That's about as good as I'd have done.
I'm hoping that he if he's watching that he forgives me for butchering that.
funny thing about that actor, I recently saw an interview with him when he was promoting the film.
5,
Interesting.
4,
So I know the answer.
3, 2, and 1. All right, let's see what we got.
We'll start with Matt on this one.
Is it Black Manta?
That is incorrect. We'll go to Zaddeus.
Yo, I need taking my glasses off for this one. In case you're watching, BET, man, BET, Killer Croc.
Correct.
Stupid.
We'll go to Harley.
Yeah, no, I couldn't remember. I know his MCU, but not DC. I forgot his DC.
And we'll go to Eli.
He played Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc.
That is correct.
I hate that movie.
And at the end of round number 1, the Arrowverse Champions are up 14 to Toon Squad's 8. But anything can happen when we get into round number 2, which works like this. It is our world-famous wheel round, where we will have you take a chance at spinning our wheel. You're going to land on a category. If you like what you get, you'll get 5 questions issued to you from that category, worth 2 points apiece. If you don't necessarily know the answer, you can get multiple choice, but it will devalue the point to being worth only 1. If you don't like the category that you spin in the first place, you can spin again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on. The only category you can't spin off of is opponent's choice. Any questions, folks?
Nope.
All right, Arrowverse Champions, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Toon Squad?
What do you think? I want to go first.
Oh, you want to go first? We'll go first.
Let's go first.
All right, Arrowverse is going to go first as we bring up our trusty wheel.
Steal.
And here it is. All right. And your spin is in.
It is in. Looks good.
And it's the MCU. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
What do you think, Zaddeus? You want to keep it?
What are the other categories on the wheel?
The other categories right down here are Worlds of DC, Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar, the MCU, James Bond, DC, and Fast and Furious.
I mean, I'm really good with MCU. I'd be all for keeping it. If you want to
Yeah,
keep it.
I'm cool with keeping it then, yeah.
All right, we're going to keep it.
All right. And I'm going to issue to you your questions from the MCU.
All right.
Your questions are, or your first question is, how many futures did Doctor Strange look at in Avengers Infinity War?
So awesome.
That is. I want to say 1,000,001, but I feel like I'm wrong.
I think you're a little bit too low. I'm cool with going multiple choice. I think I'll know when I hear it.
Okay, multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, 13,727,087, 14,600,005, C, 16 million, or D, 12,400,678.
B, you trust me, Eli?
Yeah, let's go. I trust you.
B.
That would be correct for a point.
I feel like you've recently seen this movie.
Yeah, I love this movie, man.
All right.
Your second question. In Iron Man 3, what is Rhodey's superhero name?
Iron Patriot.
Damn it.
That is correct for 2 points. Your
No,
third
Harley,
question.
I know this.
I know.
What is Red Skull's real name?
Johann Schmidt.
That is a big 2 points right there. Your fourth question is, William Sadler plays the president in Iron Man 3, but what is his name? We're only looking for the last name.
Ellis.
That is correct for 2 more points.
Wow.
And your final question. What is the first film appearance of Hawkeye in the MCU?
Thor.
2 more points.
Get it, boy.
Perfect second round in terms of getting those questions right. Only going to multiple choice once. That is a big round for Arrowverse, which puts
The
them up.
only reason why I went to multiple choice is because I haven't recently rewatched Infinity War.
I couldn't remember.
Only reason.
I couldn't
puts
remember
them
the
up.
last 3 numbers.
That puts them up 23-8 here, but Toon Squad is not out of it as they're going to get their round 2 right here as we bring back the lovely wheel. MCU is off the board, and your spin is away, Toon Squad, and it is the Worlds of DC. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
And Matt, if you want to keep it, I'd like to spin away from it.
All right, we'll spin away.
All right. They're going to spin again, and their second spin is in. They're stuck with whatever they get, and it is Spinner's Choice.
All right.
What would you like? A refresher of the categories are the Worlds of DC, Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar, James Bond, DC, and Fast and Furious left over.
Just because we need to really do this, and I think we should go with Star Wars.
Yeah, let's go with Star Wars.
And I think because we really need the 10 points, and that's our best option.
Oh, yeah, we do.
All right. Sam, do you want to give them
Let's
their
do it.
questions in Star Wars?
You got it. You know what they say. Questions are harder when they get picked more often. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys do really, really well. The first question in Star Wars. Who voices General Grievous in Revenge?
Matthew Wood.
Oh,
Correct.
2 points. Big 2 points.
And the sound designer, Matthew Wood. He does a lot of the droids.
All right. Your next question in Star Wars comes in. How old was Padme when she became queen?
I have an idea.
I'm pretty sure it's 12. You want to go multiple?
Let's go. Just to be safe, because we do need the points.
Choice.
So multiple choice?
Yep.
All right. Your multiple choice answers are A, 12, B, 14, C, 16, and D, 18.
All right. You want to go with 12, Harley?
Yeah, it's definitely.
All right.
Yeah, let's go with A, 12.
That is incorrect.
Arrowverse for a chance to steal.
Okay, Zaddeus, do you think you know 100%?
I don't think I know 100%, but I'm leaning towards a guess. I think she was. What do you think?
I'm thinking 14.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
All right, we'll go 14.
That's correct for a steal of 1 point. All right, try to get back on the horse here, guys. You guys got another question in Star Wars, and that question is, how many Oscars did Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, win?
Oscars. Opinionated bullshit is the Oscars. I'm terrible at Oscars, Matt. If you're better, you hang out with Aaron. Come on, or not Aaron.
I know.
Andrew.
I know. Supporting actor, visuals. It's gotta be sound. I don't remember all the categories that were nominated. You want to go with multiple choice or?
That's a safe bet, just because I'm terrible with Oscars.
All right.
All right. So
yeah, multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, 6, B, 7, C, 8, and D, 9.
I'm thinking 6, but it's
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
You want to go with 6?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll go
6
with
is correct.
Oh, good.
1 point. All right. Perfect. Your next question, your second to last question is, who played Vice Admiral Hodo in The Last Jedi?
Oh,
I know her.
Yeah, Laura.
Laura Dern.
Lauren Dern, yeah.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, guys, your last question in Star Wars is, who composed the score for Star Wars, The Clone Wars?
I think it may have been. I think it may have been John Williams.
It's not John Williams because the guy I believe also did Rebels score. I'll hear. I'll know when I hear it. So you want to go multiple choice on that?
Yeah.
Because I don't think John Williams did because he only did the live action movies.
Okay, multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice answers are A, John Williams, B, Stephen Melching, C, Kevin Kiner, or D, Jason Tucker.
I think it's C. So.
Okay, you want to go with Charlie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We'll go with Charlie.
That is correct for 1 point.
Oh, good. Good call. Good call. Good call.
All right, and at the end of the round, Toon Squad has 14, Arrowverse has 24, which means we have a game still going into round number 3. There's still a 10-point difference, but there is an opportunity for some points here in round number 3, which works like this. Each team is going to hear 5 categories. The first category will be given to the field. Each team will select who's going to take the question from the category and how much points they would like to bet between 0 and 2 points. Between that, from there, they will answer that question. The person who did answer the first question will take the second. The third question, you can redetermine who answers the third and fourth. You can confer on the final question should we get there. We play until we have a winner or someone is mathematically eliminated, or if the points reach 0. Any questions? Nope.
Nope.
All right. Sandy, you want to give them their first category?
You got it. Question number 1 in round 3, guys, comes in the category of Disney movies.
Matt, sorry, how's this going to work?
You guys pick someone to answer the question. We're just giving you the category, and then you pick someone to answer the question, and then you bet between 0 and 2 points.
Matt, I know Disney pretty well, despite the color.
Right. I'm all right at Disney, so if you want to go on that, then.
I hang out with Jeremy and RJ a lot, so.
Okay, so that might help a lot. So. Yeah.
All right. So Harley's taking it for Toon Squad. Eli and Zaddeus is taking it for Arrowverse.
Zaddeus, how good are you at Disney?
What's up? I'm good at the 90s stuff. I'm okay at the 90s stuff. Some of the new stuff is a little bit out of my.
Okay, I'll take the Disney stuff. I'll take Disney then.
I trust your point. Different.
All right.
So
All
Eli
right.
and Harley are taking this one.
All right, guys. So once again, your category is Disney.
How many points would you like to bet?
How many points?
From 0 to 3?
0 to 2.
From 0 to 2. All right. Just making sure.
All right. We'll give you a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eli, how many points are you betting?
1.
All right, and Harley?
2.
All right. Sandy, you want to give them their question?
You got it. Okay. In the category of Disney, who directed Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest?
Both of them writing. It looks like they know this one. I like this one. I think it's I like the first 3 of these actually. I think
just
they're
bought
good
all of them on digital because I can't remember anything from any of them. So
yeah, the 4th one's bad and the 5th one's mediocre, but the first 3 are good. I like them.
I've seen the first 2, I think.
Well, the first 2 are good. I mean, the
5,
third one's good too.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get some answers.
All right, we'll start with Eli.
I should have bet 2 points. Gore Verbinski.
That's correct for a point. And Harley.
I went with the executive producer, Jerry Bruckheimer.
That is a loss of 2.
Oh, that was terrible.
I need to do some quick math real quick. It's 25-12.
No,
and there's
24. Because they were at 23.
No, he got it right.
It was 24-14.
It was 24-14, yeah.
So it's 25-12. All right. Zaddeus and Matt, your category is Star Trek. How many points would you like to bet on Star Trek?
50.
Sandy, you're not in the competition.
Sandy, I know, would bet probably 2 on Star Trek any given day.
He would.
Wait, you want to answer now?
4, 3,
Just a
2,
couple.
1. Zaddeus, how many points you betting?
I'm being a big old 0.
All right, and
That's
Matt.
fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna go 1.
All right. So for 1 point in Star Trek, what city is Starfleet HQ located in Star Trek Into Darkness? Sandy's just sighing. You look like a kid in the candy shop.
He really does.
I love Star Trek.
Man,
Underrated film. I love this film.
I'll give you guys a few more seconds.
I enjoyed this film more than
I do
most
too.
people.
4, 3,
Here's some Star Trek fans talking.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Zaddeus for accuracy.
I still have my nice pretty smiley face. This is my pretty face.
Okay.
All right, and Matt.
Why did I bet points?
That is incorrect. It's now 11-25. And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Arrowverse Champions. That was a really good match. Both teams played very well. There was actually, I felt like there was an opportunity for Toon Squad to kind of come back there in round 2, and they did a solid job.
Yeah.
What did you think about this one, Sandy?
Hey, listen, first round, I thought Harley played amazing in the first round. I thought that Team Arrowverse Champions, they played a really, really strong first round as well. Match played up, gave some points to help the effort in round 1. I think where it really fell apart was round 2. Arrowverse, they absolutely clobbered their category, and just and like I said, when they picked it, when they grabbed Star Wars, unfortunately with Star Wars, the questions do get harder because they've been asked so many times because people love Star Wars and they love getting those questions. So it was just a little bit of strategy that I think tripped up Toon Squad, but I think they still put up some points, and hopefully we'll see them back together and in the future.
Absolutely, and I'm gonna get off the desk and do some post-match interviews today. So I'm feeling like getting my stretching my legs and asking some questions. So I'll start with our winners today, the Arrowverse Champions, Eli and Zaddeus. How do you guys feel about this win today?
Was there any doubt? I mean, I can sort of think to myself that everyone saw this coming. And then when it hit round 2 for MCU, sure, I didn't know one question, but Zaddeus had my back. And then after that, I just destroyed it. And then round 3 came around, and the math just didn't work for Toon Squad. So, Zaddeus, what are your feelings? Here, I'm going to interview you, Zaddeus. What are your feelings on this victory?
Yo, as I stated in the promos, people only look at the Arrowverse part, but they forget the champions part. I mean, they don't see that we're future champions in the making. I mean, all props to our opponents. That second round could have gone anyway. We just had a great second round, and the second round was a little rocky. But then again, that's just the fate of the questions. So all props to them. But I knew the Showman was gonna steal the show, and the Z-Man did his thing. So on to our next match, man.
That's all we can say. On to the next one.
I'm gonna say this for you guys right now. Your next round of the tournament is not easy by any stretch, because your next match is against Nuclear Option, Case and Alex. How do you feel about playing Nuclear Option in the next round?
You mentioned how it's not easy, but Caleb, let's look through our past. Let's look through my past. My first match in Movie Warzone was against Alex Warden. That wasn't an easy match. I came out winning. My second round match was against Jake Maragoni. That wasn't easy. I won. And then we get to the triple threat #1 contenders match. I only lost by that much. And it was against you and Alex. So guess what? Whenever someone, and even when I went against Robert Parker, and I don't know if that match has gone up, but let's just say this. The win-loss margin was only by that much. So whenever people come to me and say, oh, Eli, this match is going to be very difficult for you, it's like, no, it's not. For me, I defy expectations. The expectation that I have right now is that Z-Man and myself will go on and we will push the nuclear option to the limit. What do you think, Zaddeus?
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself. My thing is, on paper, it can look so high versus so low, but what it really comes down to is match time and to the questions. And it depends on the questions. We might know questions they don't know. They may know questions that we don't know. That don't matter. It just comes down to the moment.
All right, folks. That's Arrowverse Champions. They played a solid game. They're facing nuclear option in the next round, and they feel confident. Now let's go over to our unfortunate losers of the Toon Squad, Harley and Matt. How do you guys feel about your performances today?
I'm just surprised no one's ever taken the category of MCU, because everyone always, I guess, assumes to go with Star Wars, and no one's ever asked MCU category in round 2. By the sounds of it, with not attacking the question writers, I'm attacking the competitors who, for some reason, I guess they're scared of the MCU, that no one's ever taken an MCU question before. Because in all honesty, those questions compared to the Star Wars ones, and you're talking about the Poland from a deeper category, I'm surprised no one likes the MCU. That's all I got to say about that. But it was just like, yeah, no, Eli, I gotta give it up to you. Zaddeus, I gotta give you props as well. Unfortunately, you guys did beat us. I'm not going to be a poor sport about it. I'm just saying people gotta pick MCU more often so you can get more tougher questions. I know it's all in fun though. Caleb, you know I love you. Sandy, you know I love you. I love everyone here. It's fun. I'm just beating myself up over getting a couple of Star Wars questions wrong. So.
And Matt, how did it feel to get your feet wet finally in fandom?
I had a lot of fun in the match. I mean, I would have had more fun if we would have won the game and had MCU. I think we probably would have at least kept it somewhat close. I just feel like with my performance in round 1, it kind of hurt us in the end. I should have went my gut a little more, but, it's lessons to be learned.
That's all good. And you guys aren't necessarily out of this tournament yet. There is the second chance bracket where the top 4 0-1 teams will be back. In that bracket right now, you have the likes of the Ranger Force and the Killer Nerd Squad and the Silver Shamrocks.
Give me Ranger Force. Tim, you traitor. Tim, you're a traitor. You joined up with my arch enemy, RJ. I want to destroy you. We're not finished by a long shot. You teamed up with my arch enemy. You were my best friend, and you teamed up with my arch enemy. I will destroy you for that. I need that match against the Ranger Force. Come on, let's make it happen.
With your performance today, accuracy is everything, and we'll look into it. But the points of 11 right there, not saying anything, but that's more than Ranger Force scored. So
well, of course it is. Ranger Force is garbage. So
there's a shot that you could make the second chance tournament against Ranger Force. It's very possible.
Bring it, Ranger Force. Bring it.
We'll have to see how the rest of the tournament shakes out. The rest of the 0-1 competitors on the board, but you guys have a good looking up right now at making the second chance at the moment. But thank you for playing. It was really fun to see you guys around here. Hopefully we'll see you, even if you're not in the second chance bracket, next season, definitely. And hopefully we can make that match with Ranger Force happen, regardless if they make the second chance or not.
And it can happen. It will happen in a parking lot brawl if it has to on Hollywood. Bringing back WrestleMania 12. Goldust versus Roddy Piper. Backlot brawl. Let's do it.
All right. Well, that's been our post-match interviews. Toon Squad wants Ranger Force really badly. And Arrowverse saying, was there really any doubt? And Eli giving his resume of defying expectation as to why they shouldn't be counted out against Nuclear Option. And I don't disagree with them. I honestly think that could be a really interesting match to look out for. And I really do want to see Ranger Force versus Toon Squad super bad after this. What did you think about those, Sandy?
Well, now I want to see Ranger Force versus Toon Squad more than I want to see my next match now. So, you know, that'll be awesome. I will just say this, just as a parting as a parting goodbye to both teams. Star Wars will kill you every single time, and like Dom Toretto says in the Fast and Furious, if you guys would have said it, you can win. You know, you can win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. Losing is losing. So everybody, you played great today, but it's going to get harder from here on in. The teams that are making it are supposed to make it, and the teams that don't are they're going to be fighting for those last 4 spots. So I hope everybody's prepared. I thought this match was great. I thought you guys all played really, really well. This is exciting. I'm really happy now. Like I said, now I'm all focused on Ranger dudes versus Toon Squad. So that's going to be great.
Absolutely. With that, this has been Fandom Fights, so we'll go into our closing plug, starting with Arrowverse Champions. Eli, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Eli McCaig. That's my name. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Eli Mag. You can find me on Instagram at Mr. Eli Mag. And I'm trying so hard to think of a way to restart my YouTube channel. Somehow I will add Mr. Eli Mag. Somehow, in some way, I will eventually do that. And when I do, I will let all of you know. But until then, you can find me continuously on Multiplex. And who knows, maybe on Worldwide Movie Trivia and maybe on Worldwide Movie Trivia when they get their interview league started. I can't wait to see what happens with that.
And Zaddeus, where can they find you?
Yo, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter sometimes at Zaddeus Smith. Also, you can find me in the multiplex doing matches. You'll see me and Eli sooner or later in our Arrowverse Championship match. Sooner or later, you'll see that.
Eventually.
You can find me on the Stardust app at Retribution Z. I just saw Crazy Rich Agents, and I think it was. Go check it out.
Oh, that was a great promo. And we'll go over to Toon Squad. Harley, where can they find you?
You can always find me over at Full Metal Media. I'm the editor, and I help run a lot of stuff with Sandy here, and of course Worldwide Movie Games. I'm over there quite a bit, and of course Multiplex. I'm a proud admin member of Multiplex, helping out however I can. You know, always find me on Facebook at Harley Boric, and that's pretty much it for the moment.
All right, and Matt Beer, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at It's Matt Beer. You can find me, of course, at the Worldwide Movie Games with whatever I do there, and then hopefully you guys find me here again soon.
Absolutely. You're definitely not done in Multiplex. We'd love to have you back. And my awesome co-host, Sandy Robinson, where can they find you?
You know, you guys can always find me in multiple different places, including here in Multiplex, playing in Fandom and in regular trivia. You can find me over at Full Metal Media, hosting and playing in Full Metal Trivia, as well as hosting Full Metal Geek. Next match will be this coming up Friday, August 31st. Please check it out. It'll drop on that day. You can also see me over at Worldwide Movie Games playing in the team tournament, and you know, in a couple of days you can see the match that I just had with Subrath Shamra and see how that one turned out. So other than that, you can find me on Facebook at Sandy or SR Robinson 1799 and on Twitter at SR Robinson at 1799.
All right, and As always, guys, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Caleb Coho. That is KalebKoho. You can find me on YouTube, Caleb Coho, where I do music, vlogs, all sorts of fun stuff like that. Coho Productions, where I do fun fan trailers and film stuff. My movie Chick Part 2 is out now on both channels, so go check that out. You can also find my album Shoot for Teams with my group The Forks on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you consume your digital music. And you can find me right here as the head of fandom for Multiplex Entertainment, the head of story for all the storylines around here at Fandom. And you can find me hosting Let's Make a Movie right here on Fandom with Jake Maragoni and Kay McMillan. You can find me and Jim taking on Team 80s in the next round of the Fandom Teams Tournament. Kings of Winter are going to continue their winning streak. And you can find me playing in Fandom Singles. My number one Contenders Iron Man match just went up last week, so you can check that out. And you can also find me and Kane hosting Get It Right the First Time, our new podcast show that'll be debuting here on Multiplex Entertainment very soon. And every Wednesday, me and Tim Smith are going to be doing Multiplex Fantasy Football starting this last Wednesday when we drafted live on the air. So check that out. Every Wednesday, we're going to be going through our fantasy teams and through the NFL in general. It's going to be a fun time. And as always, guys, that has been Eli. That has been Zaddeus. That has been Harley, Matt, Sandy, and I have been Caleb Coho, and this has been Fandom Fight Teams. We'll see you all next week.
Hey guys, what is up? It is me, the kid, here for your post-match stats. Stock footage is not here this week, so I'm here, and I actually had a camera to do this because we actually don't have stats graphics for this week, so I'll break it down for you. Nice and simple, super quick. Arrowverse Champions crushed it. So they came out and scored 25 points, 1 point away from breaking the Knights of Hydra's team's points record. Both teams putting up some solid points. Arrowverse Champions getting 18 for 27 with a 66% accuracy and 1 for 1, so 100% accuracy in steals. Toon Squad, on the other hand, only put up 11 points and had a 44% accuracy, going 12 for 27 with no steal opportunities. And with that, Toon Squad will make it onto the top. No, not quite make it on the top 10, but they make it onto the second chance bracket, while Arrowverse Champions puts themselves onto the bracket at number 4, puts it onto the rankings at number 4 behind Arkham Knights, Knights of Hydra, and Nuclear Option, who they are going to face in the end anyway, in the next round anyway. Toon Squad right now holds the number 4 seed in the second chance bracket, but we don't know for sure how long they will actually hold it, but we will see. How long they hold it, or if they do make it in or not. Right now, they're set to play Silver Shamrocks should they make it into the second chance bracket. But that is all the stats I have for today. So that is it for your post-match stats, and we will see you all in the next video.